Hello YouTube, and I'm back at the Rouge Valley on the Mast Trail for episode 4 of BritHikesOntario.
To my homeland.
I parked on Twin Rivers Drive, which is near the northern end of the Mast Trail. To get to the beginning of the trail, you first have to take the Orchard Trail at the edge of the parking lot, then cross the bridge behind me, and on your left will be the beginning of the Mast Trail. So here's the beginning of the Mast Trail, and I'm going to walk this part really fast. It rained last night and there's mosquitoes everywhere. I've already been bitten half a dozen times and I'm itchy. So here goes.
My home will always be this isle, but I hope to find a welcome in the wild. I hope.
This is one of my favourite birds. I like the mask. It makes them look like Batman. They're kind of hard to film. They flit around a lot. They tend to stay at the tops of trees, so I'm kind of lucky to get this shot. The construction you see behind me, if you watched my last episode filmed at the Rouge Valley, you'll remember I talked about a mill. This construction used to be part of a dam, which was part of that mill. Not sure how long today's hike is going to be. There is a storm forecast for this afternoon at around 2 o'clock, I think. It's 10 o'clock now, so I have a couple of hours or more. The bank you see behind me, and you can see a trail kind of making its way up the bank. It's not an official trail, which is why I'm not taking it. It's used kind of unofficially as a toboggan hill when it snows here. It used to be a ski hill many years ago, before people used to travel further afield. Now you have Blue Mountain north of here, which is the go-to spot for would-be skiers. But yeah, people used to come here from all around to ski down that bank. The Mast Trail is so called because this area used to be filled with white pine. There's not very many left. I think there's one just ahead of me. If I turn around like this, the light green tree you see just above my hand, I think that's a white pine. But they were all chopped down, and the trail I'm walking used to be a logging trail. And the reason they were chopped down is because in the 1800s, white pine was sought after. It's a great wood for building ship masts. So unfortunately my people, and I apologise, came over here to Canada and they chopped down many of the white pines and sent them back to England for use in shipbuilding. So there's not many left now. At the end of the meadow here, just behind me, the trail heads into some woodland. What I like about the woodland here is it's gently managed. Any trees or branches that fall stay fallen and become part of the ecosystem, and that's the kind of forest I like. If you do decide to come to the Rouge Valley and walk the Mast Trail, just be aware it is a little bit more challenging in terms of the terrain. Hard to get an idea of it from the camera I'm using right now that I can film myself with, so I'm just going to switch to another camera to give you an idea. There's a couple of particularly... oh, mosquito right on my eye. What was I saying? There's a couple of particularly... oh geez. And in my ear. Yeah. They're not helping. There's a couple of particularly challenging parts on the Mast Trail, and this is one of them. I've had a couple of pieces of feedback on my videos so far, both of them, at least I think, tongue-in-cheek. The first one from Scott, related to the way that I say Ontario. Ontario, BritHikesOntario. I can say it more like a Canadian would say it. Ontario. BritHikesOntario. Is that better for you? There you go. Can't tell me how to live my life. The other piece of advice that I got, or the feedback that I got from one of the people that viewed my videos, Julie, was that I take myself far too seriously. The question she asked was, can I smile once in a while? I'm not too serious. I'm having fun. Apart from when people come. This weed down here is the purple flower. It's very easy to identify because the leaves are very unique. It's called crown vetch. It's another flower that's excellent for insects. I was talking earlier about the white pines being shipped back to Europe. They would be cut down, taken along the logging road, and then dropped into the Rouge River. The Rouge River eventually exits into Lake Ontario, and of course Lake Ontario joins to the St. Lawrence River, which joins to the Atlantic Ocean, and that's how those white pine trunks would be shipped back to the UK. I'm basically going to power walk through the rest of this for a couple of reasons. Firstly, I'm getting bitten a lot by mosquitoes, and secondly, there's only about 15% battery power left on the camera that I can film myself with. I think I'm done for today.
You can never be lost or found when you're taking the long way round. Nothing is guaranteed, so I'll see where this pathway leads, and I'll go where I like this style and hope that I will be well.
If you enjoyed that video, please consider clicking the icon in the top of the screen to subscribe, and share this video with your friends. There'll be more to come.
I hope to find a welcome. I hope to find a welcome. I hope to find a welcome in the wild.